What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today, I have a pretty interesting pair of sneakers. This is called the Air Force One Low. Have a good game. These released quite recently on Nike in my hometown, and I was able to cop a pair for retail. I mean, this model did sell out, but by no means are they any like hype sneakers or anything like that. I think the Blazer mids sold out more quickly, and I think those are pretty hyped up. But I thought there might be people who want to see a review of these, so that's why I purchase them. So let's just jump right into the shoe. Basically, the basis of this shoe is just your standard Air Force One Low, which is a staple shoe, except this entire Have a Good Game collaboration it's kind of has to do with esports and gaming. And I guess this kind of attempt from Nike shows that Nike and the world is sort of accepting esports as an actual sports activity, and so I think that's a pretty interesting move from Nike. And so yeah, basically the entire upper is made up of this white leather, and I did manage to feel out the leather a little bit, and I don't know, the quality on the shoe is pretty bad. I mean, the QC is okay, I suppose, but like this leather is really quite awful, man. I mean, I think they're even worse than like the regular Air Force Ones that we get. Because I say this because I've seen other premium Air Force Ones with really nice leather quality, but this is like borderline plastic. So yeah, I think they messed up pretty badly with the leather. But interestingly enough, they do have this sort of like iridescent plastic material swoosh on the shoe, and I think it's supposed to kind of create that sort of like esports gaming, like computer graphic vibe to it, and I think that they did a pretty good job of that. And another interesting aspect is that this is actually removable because it's got Velcro underneath it. So I'm not really sure why they would do that, because they don't give you any like replacement swooshes to swap out, but that's just an aspect that they have. And moving to the front of the shoe, you've got more of that sort of like iridescent, like plastic material, which is see-through, so you can see the perforated holes underneath this material. And this does shine pretty brightly, and it changes color depending on the lighting and the angle that you were looking at. And a very interesting detail on this shoe is that they've got this kind of like black dubray, but unlike the normal ones that we get on Air Force Ones, like the metal pieces, you've got this iridescent kind of like material on it, and then as you can see, depending on the angle, you can see like the Nike swoosh, and then at a different angle, you can see the Nike text logo on it with different colors. And I think that's a pretty cool touch. I think that has to be like the coolest part of the shoe that I really appreciate. And then moving towards the back of the shoe, you've got that "Have a Good Game" text in black, and I think it's supposed to evoke that sense of gaming and kind of like computer graphic and all of that. And you've got obviously having like an emoji face with a swoosh smile, with that kind of like headphone and microphone, like, so it's like a headset for gamers. So yeah, I think that's an interesting touch as well. Moving on to the heel of the shoe, you've got that like black plasticky material around the heel area. It's more of that iridescent plastic material. I don't think it's patent leather, but it certainly gives off that kind of vibe, but I don't think it's patent leather. I can just feel it. And then you've got that Nike Air logo, and I think that kind of like iridescent material gives it like a cool effect to it, like a rainbowish kind of effect. And the other side is basically the same. You've got that Nike swoosh, and interestingly, this side of the swoosh is not removable. So that's I don't know. That's a nice touch. And oh yeah, I almost missed this. Yeah, moving on to the top, the tongue of the shoe, you've got more of that like iridescent plastic material that's see-through, with the Nike Air logo and the Air Force One text. And I think it's the text is actually underneath this plastic material, and then they've stitched this thing on. So I don't know. I think they really did a pretty good job of using this iridescent material of creating that kind of like, I don't know, like computer graphic vibe to the entire shoe. And another thing that I've noticed is that the lace tips are kind of different. uh, They've got it in this like light blue color as well as this kind of like bright orange color. And I think that goes pretty well with the all of this iridescent material around the shoe. But as you can see, like the QC on the lace tips don't look that great. Moving on to the insole of the shoe, you've got that Nike Air done in that kind of bright blue color on some and this on this insole, and then I think on the other side of the shoe, yeah, the text is done in orange. So yeah, I guess it's a pretty consistent theme that they have throughout the shoe. And yeah, oh yeah, and I did want to mention this. This shoe comes with this sort of like extra like emoji kind of tag, I would say. And I think what I'm supposed to do with this tag is that once I like remove the swoosh, you can see that Velcro material underneath. So I think you're able to swap the swoosh out with this emoji tag. But I honestly don't know why you would do that. But it's just there. So yeah, it's something that you get for extra for this model. And an interesting thing that I also noticed is that they've got this like paper tag on the shoe that actually says partially glow in the dark. So what I did was I actually like lit up this thing with my like UV lamp, try to see which part of the shoe was glow in the dark, but I was unable to find it. But I'll show you where that thing is. Hold on a second. Oops. So yeah, so I've got the light, and let me show you what this thing can do. So yeah, once you like fire that thing up, you can see that this text, the black text that says "Have a good game," actually is glow in the dark. So I think that's a neat touch. I think they did a pretty good job of keeping that theme of gaming and esports consistent throughout the shoe. But quality wise, I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend buying these even for retail because the quality on these is pretty bad. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that review. If you are looking or thinking about picking up a pair, I hope this review helped make or break your decision. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me and my channel, and I'll keep pushing more content really soon. Thanks for watching.